So guys, I wanted to go over a mistake that I made when I bought my first gun. This is my Glock 48. It was my first handgun that I've ever bought, my first gun I've ever bought. And I think I paid like $400 for it. I wanted a Glock frame. I mean, it's one of the most popular handguns in America right now. It's one of the most concealed handguns in America. A lot of people go for the Glock 43X, the Glock 48. There for a while, the Glock 43 before then. I wanted to have the longer barrel and the longer slide. It helps a little bit with the muzzle kick, but it's not really enough to justify now knowing that. A mistake that I made was when I bought this gun, I did not opt out for the MOS package. Now, that means I did not get an optic cut. Didn't get an optic cut, and I also did not get a Picatinny rail on the front. So after shooting this gun for a while, I owned it for a little over a year. I decided I'm more into firearms now, and then you get into the red dot space. I couldn't do that with this gun because I did not get the MOS cut. And I could have sent it out to get it milled and have some fun with it that way, but I decided to do something a little bit more flashy. Went out and started to do some research on it. Found a company called Zafiri Precision. They make their own slides and barrels. I went ahead and got the kind of color combo barrel there with the ports, and then that way I was able to run the optic on it. Now, the issue with this is this combo for the barrel and for the slide with the suppressor height sights without the optic was about $500. Now, I spent a little over $400 on the pistol itself. Now I'm in this for a little over $500. And then I had a leftover barrel and slide for the 48 that I just could not use on anything else. So I went and bought the SCT frame so I can have another functioning handgun. Now, this SCT frame did come with the Picatinny rail in the front, which my stock Glock did not come with, and feels good, looks good. It's all OEM stuff on the inside. I did replace the trigger bar. Works great. Same pull, has the OEM Glock. This, though, could have been completely avoided. If I would have just purchased the MOS model when I bought my initial Glock 48, I wouldn't have needed to go on and buy the extra slide and get the optic cut on it. I could have just went stock and kept all of my OEM internals, because now I have an aftermarket slide on this one, I have an aftermarket frame on this one, and I could co-swap them, but I do run the Shield Arms mags and the S15 mags, and this one I have the upgraded mag release on there, and with that I run the OEM stock Glock mags on this one. Just a little bit more reliability. It still has the stock plastic release, so I don't want to start to mess with the S15 mags, getting involved in this one and then chewing away at the release. But nonetheless, I mean, all in all, yes, I did get two guns out of it, but we're talking about, I mean, $150 for the frame, and then $600 something for this, not to mention the initial $400 for the gun itself. Looking back at it now, I feel like this was a huge mistake on my part, and something that you don't know as a first-time buyer, but just something of words of wisdom to put out there. If you're going to get the Glock 43, 43X, 48, whatever the case may be, spend the extra money initially, get the MOS. That way you'll have the Picatinny rail in the front. You can run a much better light combination than for the TLR6. The TLR7 sub is perfect for this frame, and it's a lot better of a light in my opinion, at least in my experience. Just that word of wisdom, go ahead, spend the extra cash. I mean, we're talking about an extra $100, $150 depending where you buy it at, and get the MOS cut instead of doing this route and not getting the MOS and then having to spend an additional whole bunch of money on top of that. Yes, I have two guns. This one is going to be a lot of fun too. I'm just going to keep this iron sight. It's kind of basic, regular build. This is my everyday carry. I love both of these. They both shoot well, but definitely something that I could have avoided. But if you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, let me know. Leave them down in the comments. Be more.